What are you watching?
What are you watching? Elodie, le film!
Here's the script. I'm sitting here, still trying to process the horrors I experienced at HOVIMA Santa Maria, Adeje. It's like a never-ending nightmare that refuses to leave me. I mean, where do I even begin? Let me take you back to the moment I stepped into this so-called hotel. The first thing that hit me was the putrid stench of old furniture and stale air. It was like walking into a time capsule from the 80s, minus the charm. The decor? Ancient. The carpet? Filthy. I swear, I saw a cockroach scurrying across the floor as I made my way to the reception desk. And don't even get me started on the reception staff. Rude doesn't even begin to describe them. They looked at me like I was some kind of inconvenience, like I was bothering them by trying to check in. Now, I know what you're thinking. Maybe the rooms are better? Oh, dear friend, no. They're not. The rooms are tiny, cramped, and straight out of a bad marriage between a hostel and a granny's attic. The air conditioning is just a fancy term for a weak breeze that barely reaches your ankles. And the cleanliness? Forget about it. I found hair in the sink, stains on the bed sheets, and what I can only assume was a fossilized crumb from the previous guest stuck to the floor. But wait, it gets better. The food, and I use that term loosely, was an affront to humanity. I mean, who serves lukewarm oatmeal with a side of stale bread and calls it a continental breakfast? It's like they took all the leftover ingredients from the previous night's dinner and threw them into a sad, soggy mess. And don't even get me started on the dinner itself. I asked for a simple pasta dish and what I got was a congealed, flavorless nightmare that looked like it had been sitting in the fridge for weeks. And then, there were the amenities. Oh boy, where do I even begin? The pool was a petri dish of bacteria, with what I can only assume were algae blooms floating on the surface. The fitness center was a glorified closet with a broken treadmill and a few rusty weights. And don't even get me started on the entertainment options. I mean, who thought it was a good idea to blast techno music until 3 a.m. and call it a party? But you know what the cherry on top of this disgusting sundae was? The mobility scooter debacle. I mean, who in their right mind decides to ban mobility scooters from a hotel? It's like they wanted to make sure that people with disabilities felt like second-class citizens. And don't even get me started on the lack of accessibility in general. I saw people struggling to navigate the stairs, the narrow corridors, the non-existent ramps. It was like the hotel was designed with the express purpose of excluding anyone who wasn't able-bodied. As I sit here, trying to put my thoughts into words, I'm left with a sense of profound sadness. Sadness that a place like HOVIMA Santa Mara, Adeje can even exist. Sadness that people can be so callous, so cruel, so willing to take advantage of others for the sake of a quick buck. It's like they think we're all just cattle, to be herded and milked for our hard-earned cash. So, dear friends, let this be a warning to you. Avoid HOVIMA Santa Maria, Adeje like the plague. Trust me, you won't regret it. And if you do decide to stay there, don't say I didn't warn you. Based on my analysis of businesses near HOVIMA Santa Maria, Adeje, here's the comprehensive overview. Negative review analysis, businesses near HOVIMA Santa Maria, Adeje, Chunk 1. This analysis details common themes and issues arising from negative reviews of 5 businesses located near the HOVIMA Santa Maria and Adeje: Kaluna Beach Club, Activate Sports Club, Deli Darbar, The Corner Mall Adeje, and Blanco Bar. The data reveals a range of problems, from concerning security practices to poor service and misleading practices, painting a picture of inconsistent quality and potential risks for tourists in this area. Overall patterns and issues. Several overarching issues emerge across multiple businesses. Poor customer service is a prevalent theme, manifesting as rudeness from staff, The Corner Mall, Blanco Bar, Deli Darbar, unhelpfulness, Kaluna, Blanco Bar, and a general lack of responsiveness to complaints, Activate Sports Club. Discrepancies between advertised experience and reality also frequently appear. This includes misleading information about closing times/events, Kaluna, Blanco Bar, inaccurate pricing, Activate Sports Club, and misrepresented food quality, Deli Darbar. Finally, and most concerning, is the repeated mention of aggressive and unprofessional security personnel, Kaluna, Blanco Bar, with allegations ranging from excessive force to blatant disregard for customer safety. Specific business analyses. 1. Kaluna Beach Club. This business attracts the most serious and consistent negative feedback. The defining issue is aggressive and potentially violent security staff. Multiple reviewers recount instances of excessive force, including accounts of being physically assaulted, threatened, and having their property, phones, threaten with destruction to suppress evidence. Beyond security concerns, there are complaints about hidden fees, mandatory cash entry, poor communication, kitchen closing times, and a generally underwhelming atmosphere despite a high price point. While some acknowledge friendly waiters and good food, these positives are overshadowed by the pervasive security issues. 2. Activate Sports Club. Reviews for Activate paint a picture of a poorly maintained and managed facility. The primary complaints revolve around disappointing quality of services offered. The yoga class experience is particularly damning, dirty facilities, lack of lighting, and unprofessional instruction. There are also complaints about the restaurant service being slow and the food quality declining. A smaller, but recurring issue is noise complaints impacting local residents. The business seems to struggle with clear communication about membership details and resolving customer concerns. 3. Delhi Darbar. This Indian restaurant receives consistent criticism regarding food quality and authenticity, particularly from customers familiar with Indian cuisine. Reviewers frequently describe the food as bland, watered down, and lacking in traditional flavors. Service is also a significant issue, with reports of rude staff, inflexible policies regarding orders, forcing simultaneous food and drink orders, and issues with order accuracy, missing items. The restaurant also seems to engage in potentially deceptive pricing practices, with large markups on drinks. 4. The Corner Mall Adeje. This appears to be a poorly maintained and managed shopping center. The dominant themes are rudeness of staff, across multiple stores, poor hygiene, particularly in the restrooms, and deceptive practices, false advertising with discount codes, inflated pricing/taxes. The physical state of the mall is also criticized, with one reviewer noting a recent renovation resulted in a downgrade in flooring. The general impression is one of a neglected and unpleasant shopping experience. 5. Blanco Bar. Similar to Kaluna, Blanco Bar is plagued by concerns regarding its security staff and overall atmosphere. Multiple reviewers report rude and unwelcoming bouncers, and shockingly, allegations of violence, physical assault, committed by security with seemingly no intervention from staff. Drink spiking concerns and a dismissive attitude towards customer safety are also highlighted. Beyond security, there are issues with misleading advertising, claiming a lively atmosphere that doesn't materialize, inconsistent entry policies, and poorly made drinks. Generalized observations for the area. Based on this data, businesses in the immediate vicinity of HOVIMA Santa Maria, Adeje demonstrate a concerning pattern of prioritizing profit over customer experience and safety. While not all establishments are equally problematic, a significant number exhibit issues with service quality, deceptive practices, and, in the most serious cases, potentially dangerous security protocols. Tourists in this area should be particularly cautious, especially when selecting businesses offering nightlife or security-dependent services. Further investigation and regulation may be necessary to ensure a safer and more enjoyable experience for visitors. Analysis of negative reviews. Businesses near HOVIMA Santa Maria, Adeje, Chung 2. This analysis focuses on the recurring themes and specific issues highlighted in negative reviews for Siam Mall and Aqua Club Terminal, both located near the HOVIMA Santa Maria in Adeje. It aims to provide a generalized picture of potential visitor experiences based on these complaints. Siam Mall, a disappointing shopping experience. The negative reviews paint Siam Mall as a significantly underwhelming experience, frequently failing to live up to expectations, particularly those set by social media hype. Several key issues consistently emerge: limited scope and misleading marketing. A primary complaint is the mall's small size and lack of variety. Reviewers frequently mention it has less than 80 shops and duplicates offerings found elsewhere, contrasting with expectations of a large, diverse shopping destination. The comparison to larger malls in Glasgow and Livingston, UK, highlights this disappointment. Operational issues and poor management. A disturbing pattern involves safety concerns, specifically around the male restrooms. The repeated, detailed account of a man loitering and exhibiting suspicious behavior raises serious questions about security and oversight. Furthermore, issues with EV charging spaces being blocked by non-electric vehicles demonstrate a lack of enforcement of rules and consideration for users. Parking access is also a consistent problem, with reviewers reporting being stuck for over an hour. Poor customer service and rigid policies. The response to one reviewer is criticized as rude and holding no accountability, pointing to a potentially dismissive attitude toward customer concerns. Specific examples include a rigid policy around toy car usage, demanding card payment for coin-operated rides, and difficulty securing a taxi for larger groups without fluency in Spanish. Price and value. Some reviewers find them all too expensive for families and holidaymakers, suggesting a price point that doesn't align with the perceived value. Hygiene concerns. Dog urine in the mall is a concerning issue that has not been addressed by management. In summary, Siam Mall appears to be a relatively small shopping center, hampered by operational shortcomings, poor customer service, and a disconnect between marketing and reality. It seems to cater less to a broad audience and prioritizes profit over visitor experience. Aqua Club Terminal. Deterioration and dishonesty. The reviews for Aqua Club Terminal are overwhelmingly negative, focusing on a combination of facility deterioration, poor service, and dishonest practices. Key themes include outdated and poorly maintained facilities. The dominant complaint centers around the spa's age and state of disrepair. Reviewers repeatedly describe it as overrated, overpriced, and needing reconstruction and renovation. Specific details include dirty changing rooms, devastated ceilings, and facilities feeling 20 years old. The imagery used, comparing it to a high school gymnasium, emphasizes the lack of a premium spa environment. Issues of hygiene are also raised with brown color in the jacuzzi jets. Poor service and dishonesty. Several reviews detail negative interactions with staff. One reviewer recounts a frustrating experience regarding a paused membership, accusing the spa of being misleading and dishonest and failing to honor a promised exception. Other reviews mention rude staff and a general lack of care for customer concerns. A worrying report of theft in the lockers also raises serious security questions. Value for money concerns. The consensus is that the cost, often cited as €38 to €80, is disproportionate to the experience offered. Reviewers suggest it's no better than a slightly better public pool and a rip-off. Operational issues and safety concerns. Reviewers express concerns about overcrowding, loud noise levels, and a disregard for safety protocols. Examples include people taking unsolicited photos, a woman with a pram poolside, and an elderly person using walking sticks in an unsuitable environment. Cancelled classes. For gym users, cancellations of classes without notice create disruption and frustrate monthly fee payers. In conclusion, Aqua Club Terminal appears to be a spa facility suffering from a lack of investment and a declining quality of service. The recurring reports of dishonesty, combined with the poor condition of the facilities, strongly suggest it's a business prioritizing short-term profit over customer satisfaction and long-term reputation. Generalized trends in the area. Across both businesses, a pattern emerges of services not matching expectations, either in terms of facilities, service, or value for money. The negative reviews suggest a potential vulnerability to tourist traps, where businesses may capitalize on the influx of visitors with limited reinvestment in quality or customer care. Language barriers impacting customer service, specifically with taxis, are also apparent. It highlights the need for potential. This analysis covers all the businesses analyzed in the area and provides insights into what travelers can expect when staying near HOVIMA Santa Maria, Adeje. Soft, melancholic voice, speaking slowly with a hint of sadness. You know, I was looking into what happens near HOVIMA Santa Maria, Adeje. Like, the scams. And it's so sad, you know? Tourists come here for fun. But some people, they just want to take. Businesses near HOVIMA Santa Maria, Adeje. Some of them, they look nice, like normal shops, but inside, they take everything from you. Like, last year, police found this big scam, over 3,000 tourists tricked. Mostly old people, you know? They just wanted souvenirs, but the shops stole from their cards. Can you believe that? These shops, they take your card, and later, boom. Unauthorized charges. Fake invoices, fake everything. And the worst part? Tourists only find out when they're back home. Like, imagine you're happy, thinking about your holiday, and then you see your bank account? Empty. Because of some shop near HOVIMA Santa Maria, Adeje. I bet those tourists cried. Called their banks, maybe got some money back, but how do you trust again? And the scammers? Some got caught, but one ran away. Probably hiding, but karma, you know? It comes. And then you think, why? Why do this near HOVIMA Santa Maria, Adeje? Where people just want to relax. It's so cruel. Like, you're on holiday, you trust, and they just take. Voice drops quieter. I hope those tourists are okay now. But it makes me sad, you know? This place should be happy. Not this.